You're watching The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building. Some guests, I should say.
Yeah, one of my favorite people to hear from in this whole game.
Yes. Irv Gotti.
Yes, and I am happy to be here, my Breakfast Club family. I'm feeling great today. I'm overworked. I'm tired. I'm delirious. The whole thing.
It's all for the culture, though.
Yes.
You got big things happening right now.
I have very, very big things happening, and I'm ecstatic. It's been a long time.
Well, before you tell us about
the
that,
sabbatical is over. I got my
people.
people with me. You know, I'm relaunching Murder Inc. So I bought my artist Boogie Bird from DC.
What's going on, Boogie Bird, man? Live from the city, man, DC. Man.
Yeah, okay. and I bought my young boys from Atlanta, Fitted Circle, Dave-O and Dallas.
Man, have a fitted circle. Dave-O won't have a fitted circle. We in here, man.
Yeah. So since we introducing them, Irv,
now y'all shut up.
You relaunching Murder Inc.
Yes.
Is it difficult to compete against your past successes?
You know what? Here's the thing. Yes, it is, because, you know, what I'm finding out, Charlamagne, is like, people they want to just keep you in the box or what you're doing or whatever like that. So when I say I'm relaunching Murder Inc., you'll get a lot of people like, I want to hear the newer Ja record, the newer Shanti record. And you may hear that.
Right.
But, like, allow me to grow. Allow me to try new things and different things and reinvent and reshape Murder Inc. the way that the founder wants to reshape, you know, Murder Inc. You know what I'm saying? I love the new artists. I love the new energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to do right now like an Ashanti record or whatever like that. Maybe after I do this, maybe we will do all of that. You know, in 2019, June 1st will mark the 20th anniversary. So,
wow.
You know what I'm saying? I think like Diddy kind of inspired me, and my daughter really inspired me. My daughter went to the Rough Riders thing at Barclay, and Angie hit me, and she was like, Dad, you got to do it. This was so hot and everything like that. And I was like, you think I should do it, Angie? She said, yeah, everyone's going to love it. And she really kind of inspired me to try and go and kill him again. So now, with the new artists and everything like that, like when I seen Diddy's tour, I said, this is dope. But I said, you know, it would have made it insane. Like, say if he had Travis Scott was on Bad Boy and like Migos was on Bad Boy, or some, you know what I'm saying?
And then, like no energy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So while he's doing that nostalgic, you know what I'm saying, Bad Boy shit, you know what I'm saying, he could bring the new, you know what I'm saying, the new energy, and it would have made it like ill or crazy. So that's what I'm kind of trying to do. And I got 2 years to get these guys hot and get them hot, and then we go do some arenas.
So you're working with Kevin Lyles and Lior also? With
Yes.
300?
Back with them.
You know why? I'm back with them because I gotta honestly say, like with labels, there was a few labels that was interested once they found out like I was gonna do my thing and making music again. But I learned with my last situation, like when I went back and I was with, I'm gonna say it, I don't care, Universal Motown.
Yeah, I remember.
They didn't get me, they was afraid of me, and they didn't understand me.
Right.
You understand? So I had other people offer me deals, but I went with Leo and Kev because they understand me, they get me, they're not afraid of me, they know my craziness, they know my antics, they know how passionate I am, and they're not afraid of that.
But didn't they all back up off you for a minute when you went through your situation with the feds?
Nah, they didn't. They was forced to. You know, the United States government sent Island Def Jam a notice that said if you give Irving Lorenzo $1 in any way, shape, form, or capacity, you're gonna be his co-defendant.
Wow. Man.
Yeah, and that's all that letter took to say, hey, you're on your own, kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, I don't blame them. You know, the Fed thing. No one wants to stand next to you right there. I was like Pigpen in the Peanuts. I had a cloud over my head, like, and I was the bad seed. No one did business with me.
But you from the street, though. You stood next to guys like Supreme, even when they was going through everything they was going through.
Leo Cohen and them ain't from the streets.
Okay, you're right.
and I don't, you know what I'm saying? You hear that often, you know what I'm saying? That's the dope sweater Envy got on his Rockefeller, you know what I'm saying? Classic, the regrets thing on the back, one of my favorite records. But like Dame used to say, that's why I said, Dame used to say, it's like, yo, he used to bug out. He said, yo, if you did this in the streets, we kill you. And I used to be like, nigga, it ain't the streets, it's corporate. You know what I'm saying? Like, their fuckery is like commonplace. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They'll like fuck you over and take you to dinner. You know what I'm saying?
It's not the same code.
It's not at all. It's nothing the same. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't, maybe during the time, I was more mad at Leo when he left and went to Warner Brothers. When Leo left and went to Warner Brothers, he left me in the midst of all of this fight. And I'm like, dog, you supposed to be here fighting with me. I had, all of this battle stuff going on, and he left. And I was like, yo, what are you doing, dog? We in the midst of fighting. And he did what's best for him.
That check. Now, how do you decide what's hot now? Because you got to have kind of older ears.
Yeah.
The stuff that you like is a lot different from what's
I'm different,
now.
though. I swear to God, I like and I listen to it. Because I really just love hip-hop, yo. I don't really like the division between young and old hip-hop or whatever.
Me neither.
Like, I hate that.
If you like it, you like it.
If it's hot as
yeah,
hot.
if it's hot. And I just be on, like, yo, hip-hop has done more for all of us and niggas from the hood. That I don't know. It's even more than sports. Because sports, if you're not athletic, what are you going to do? It's more managers. It's more, A&Rs, engineers, and people who just got into business. Hip-hop has changed the world. So I just don't like any division within us. You know what I'm saying? When you think about it, hip-hop was started in the 70s, right? And it's producing billionaires 40 years later. Like, we got hip-hop billionaires, and there's going to be more. So why divide? So what? If you like Jay-Z or the older dude likes Jay-Z, why can't you like Migos? You don't like Bad and Bougie? It's a hot record.
I just said this morning, I'm glad that it's age-appropriate hip-hop. I'm glad that it's like
we're revolving.
Exactly. Like, it's artists out there that are our age, and then you got the young guys too. But it's something for everybody, really.
Exactly. That's why I said with the Murder Inc. tour, I said, yo, it's gonna be a family event. You know what I'm saying? Because look, we got kids. Envy has one of the best families in the world, right? I told him last time I spoke with him, I said, man, your family, like, you are the prototype of what a great relationship and family is. You better stay forever. Like, that's what like, you would break my heart if you and your wife was to break up. I'd be like, I know. It don't look like it. And have more kids, because I'm the youngest of 8, so I know that when you have a lot of kids,
But you know what? At first I only wanted 2, but now it's like,
no, go,
you
yo,
feel
go.
like you just want to keep going. I'm at number 5. I'm like, yo, it keeps you young.
Go, have 10. Like, you know what it is, because you got money.
You might.
You got money,
right?
We see all those hand-me-down
We see
clothes.
the house and the fleet of cars. You understand? She the fleet of hot cars. Go, you got the money. Go, man. Yeah, that's the best.
Did you ever think about changing the name of the label?
It was the Ink for a minute.
I hate the Ink, Angela. Please don't ever say that again.
The Ink.
Let me tell you something about the Ink, and I'll give you my story in the Ink. I hate the Ink. And I hate when I changed it, because I'm someone that's so strong in their beliefs, and like, they made me have that stupid press conference with Russell with the Ink banners. Like, I cringe every time someone says it. I hate it, because it was a bitch ass moment for me. I wasn't me, because I'm not a bitch ass. And they made me alter my beliefs, when normally I usually say, what? Fuck you, and I don't care. But in that, I had so much pressure from everyone, from the Universal Music Group, Doug Morris, Leo, Russell, Irv, just change it. You're so talented. But I said, yo, I didn't make it for Murder Inc. I said, I was watching A&E. Murder Inc. was contract hitmen. I want to put out hits.
Right.
I said it was a great analogy and to play on things. I'm like, I ain't do nothing wrong.
Yeah, you're not on trial for murder.
I'm not murdering nobody.
Right.
And they made me make it say the Ink. And I don't ever want anyone to call it the Ink. It's Murder Inc. So when you see me, hey, how about the Ink? I may not respond. You know what I'm saying?
So you didn't think about changing it for this new wave, just because?
Well, I just relaunched. It's Murder Inc. And I put the logo what it's supposed to be or whatever. We rocking with that, and I ain't never changing it. You want me to change it? Shoot me.
They didn't say anything about it. Like, so are we gonna?
Leo and Kev. Oh, what? No, they didn't say nothing, because Leo is kind of a rider, but it was so much. You got to understand the feds. It was so much pressure, and when they sent that letter, it got real. When they sent the letter to the Universal Music Group, like, yo, y'all give them $1, y'all in trouble. It just turned into some craziness. Like,
after they gave you millions, they gave you millions.
Yeah, this is why I'm like, why ain't y'all stepping up? They saying that Supreme funded my label. Def Jam funded my label. I made $60,000 a year. I worked with Jay-Z, signed DMX, put out even before I put out, just off of X and J, and they gave me a label deal. They gave me some millions, and that's the funding. And I was like, why ain't y'all saying nothing? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But you know, with the feds, niggas run.
Scared.
Niggas run. I don't say nothing. My name Bennett. I ain't in it. And yo, you on your own, kid. And pew.
Well, you're in a better space.
You mentioned Ashanti. Now, would Ashanti, would she be back with the Murder Inc?
I don't know.
Have you had conversations?
No, we haven't had any conversations. But I'm in such a good space.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And my daughter wants it. You know what I'm saying? She's a catalyst because I love Angie to death. So I just. You know what I'm saying? She could move me. Certain people, Rule also, he had conversations with me because they tour a lot.
Right.
Like they get a lot of money together. They on the planet Earth, they get money. And he's always like, Gotti, just put it, but I'm feeling good. You know what I'm saying? God is blessing me.
Lloyd too?
I guess.
You still praying? You still praying on that one?
I guess. You know what I'm saying? You know what is tough for me? It's tough for me because people who have said things to me, right, and done things to me, it just doesn't go away. I guess it's the cancer in me. You know what I'm saying? We love hard, but we hate hard too. Right?
I'm a cancer, I know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We love hard, we love you, we gonna go all out for you. But if you do something to cross us and it's hard for it to get out of my head where others could be like, yeah, let bygones be bygones. But you said this to me. And I just can't forget that. And then it's weird because when John, like Ashanti or whatever, do a show, I feel awkward. I'm like, you're not my nigga. I know who you are. Like, right. I don't need no money. You know what I'm saying? I don't need money. I'm a brilliant genius. Like, I'm gonna make money. You understand? So I don't need to be here. And then I end up leaving. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, I don't feel right. And I'm not gonna be around anyone. And people go, oh God, he better. The women, he better. You still love her? No, I don't. I don't give two fucks. You understand? Mm-hmm. It's just things that was said. You understand? If someone said, yo, I don't want to do this, and I don't want to be a part of that. Okay, you will never be a part of it.
Mm. So you and Ashanti just more business than anything.
There ain't no business. It's nothing.
It's nothing. Got you.
I love her sister though. Shia, what up, Shia? You know what I'm saying? So it's weird. You understand? And she got love for my brother and most of the Murder Inc. dudes. They still rock with her. But I'm like, y'all didn't hear what she said. She said it to me. We and her had a different relationship. So that's just what it is.
Did you invest in Fyre with Ja?
Nah, I did not invest in. I did not. Nah, I ain't running from my man. Just don't put me on them lawsuits. You understand? But it was a brilliant idea. It was just poor execution. He had a partner. If y'all think Rule was like the one running Fyre or whatever, he had partners and stuff like that. And I think they just was too ambitious.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When they should have said, you know what? This isn't working. Let's pause and push it later till we get it together. If y'all know anything about Bahamas or doing any construction in Bahamas, they move slow. Mm-hmm. Everything is cool running.
Right.
Easy breezy, man. You understand? They trying to build a stage in the water. Like, that shit is going to take a year minimum.
They have that huge resort in the Bahamas that still hasn't been built by Atlantis, the new one that's been
easy
in the works
breezy,
for
man. They cool runnings. You know what it is. Yeah. Like they relaxed. Right. They're not like in Mexico. It would have been up like give them 2 weeks, yo. You understand?
No, I don't know about that.
No, but you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
In Mexico, they would have laid that down. But Bahamas, you cool running, man.
Are you gonna book your artist through the Fyre?
I still would. It's a great, Fyre is a great invention. It bridges the gap between buyers of shows and the artists, and it just bridges them. You know what I'm saying? Where they could go on the Fyre app, and if you don't know
Envy, because Envy gets bookings through Fyre.
Yeah, if you don't know Envy, and then they say it's a great. They just send in the request. Envy could look at it, or his management could look at it, respond. No, I want this. They say okay, and then once it's agreed, they send you your money, right?
Yeah. You gotta worry about scams.
You
get your
money.
The festival. The festival was just one thing.
The festival was to blow up this thing called Fyre and put it on a big, larger scale. Right. But he tried. He gonna try again. The thing with me and Rule, we're like battle tested. We're we're worldly tested. You could, you knock us down 7 times, we gonna get up 8. Understand? Like we gonna keep coming and coming until we're dead. Rule is someone who's passionate. He got that energy and everything like that. And I would say to everyone, he's a great person to be in business and partner with. I know that may sound crazy.
No, Ja Rule gets a bad rap. I say it all the time. We need to have a Ja
man.
Rule Appreciation Day or something.
You know what I'm saying? He does. And he's one of the greatest guys. He's cool. You know what I'm saying? He's a great person to be around and everything. And he's my brother. I'm never going to I'm with him. Don't put me on that lawsuit. But, you know what I'm saying?
You didn't invest in nothing.
Yeah, I didn't invest, but I support him in anything he does.
Right. Now let's talk about Tales, because we want to get into that, because that debuted
Yes!
on BET on the 27th.
27th,
I've told you
yes.
this numerous times. I think it's one of the greatest television ideas I've ever heard.
Thank you, Sheldon.
Ever.
You know what? You know what's the crazy thing? The biggest compliment I could get, because I want the whole industry to say, that was so simple. Why didn't I think of that?
Right.
That's when and I've been hearing it. They're like, yo, I'm like, ooh, I got one. But I'm so excited, Angela, because, oh, man.
What's the concept for
The
people who haven't
concept
heard?
for people that don't know is what the concept of Tales is. I take great classic hip-hop songs and I turn them through the inspiration of what the song is about into a 1 to 2 hour scripted episode. So it's not reality, it's full-blown actors, and it's what you call an anthology series, which I think is really good for the world today who have a short attention span.
Right.
So what that means with an anthology series, like the first week we're doing NWA Fuck the Police. The second week we're doing Meek Mill's Cold Hearted. The third week we're doing Notorious B.I.G. Story to Tell. The fourth week we're doing Fetty Wap, Trap Queens. So each episode is different cast of characters, different actors, different storyline, different everything. So, I'm a guy like everyone says the Game of Thrones. Who watches the game? Y'all
watch the Game of Thrones.
It's excellent, right?
Absolutely.
See, here, I want to watch the Game of Thrones,
But
right?
you got to start from the beginning.
Thank you,
Because you
Angela.
won't know
Right.
what's
I've
going
never
on.
watched The Wire because
Right.
everyone, The Wire.
Oh,
So
yeah.
every time I put on The Wire, I don't know what's going on. So I'm like, I got to
Yeah.
wait and I got to watch it from season 1 and binge out, which is what I got to do with Game of Thrones. So this is actually, you don't need to. I don't care if it's season 3, episode 3. You could watch it and you'll get that episode.
Right.
So they stand alone.
They
each story.
stand alone.
Dope.
They stand alone. So it doesn't matter when you watch. And then if you have a favorite record, I got to see the Biggie joint. I need to see what he did with Story. There you go. Watch it.
Do you play the music?
Yes.
Do you play the video?
The premise of the song is we play the record that is coming in the beginning and the end. I've given a lot of information, but because I just didn't trust anyone to make sure the show was gonna blow. So
Right.
if you watch me and follow me on Instagram, Irv Gotti 187, right? If you follow me, I just give massive amounts, pictures, and I'm letting you know. I'm not gonna do that next year. Next year, I don't want to tell anyone what the songs are
actors
because
are.
I want it to be a discovery. And when people turn it on, they go, he did this joint.
Yeah,
I want to do like Nas Power. That's the story. If y'all don't familiar with that record, it's the story of a gun.
Yeah.
He's rhyming like he's a gun. So it's gonna start off with a manufacturer building the gun. It ships to the store. Someone buys it, kills someone, dumps it in the river. Some kids grab it. You understand? And they give you the story of a gun. And really the concept is built also. Expect all the genres of Tales. Expect Tales R&B. Expect Tales gospel. Like with gospel, I want to do Kanye, Jesus walks. So I could use off if God was one of us. You know what I'm saying? And do not just gospel records, but records that's religious based. I may do some Creed shit. You understand? And just put a storyline with that. Expect Tales to branch out in other countries. Expect Tales like Asia.
Sure.
And I'm going to do Cash Rules Everything Around. And I'll do Cream with the triads in China. You understand? No, the Asian community, they love hip hop.
Absolutely.
And they love Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So to marriage that too, and shit, I'll let the RZA direct it. I already talked with RZA about doing the episodes. If this thing goes well, I said, I want you to, because RZA directs. So I like that. I like it. I want it to be the hip hop culture show. So other guys, I'm gonna let my man Dame Dash, who no one messes with, he's gonna direct. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna direct the episode, and I'm just gonna say, pick a song, and get the writer and everything. Because I don't write it. I'll do the story I'll set the tone of what the story should be, and then I get official and real writers to come in to make it like a real thing.
So each episode has different directors?
Yes, I directed 2. I'm directing 2. I directed the premiere and I directed the finale. The finale is All I Need, Meth and Mary.
Nice.
You're all, and I'm going to do a love story. Angela, my goal is to make every woman cry. I'm going to do
I
a
cry
love
easily
story.
when I cry.
I'm going to do a love story so mind-blowing and so crazy that my goal is for women. I want Titanic tears, yo.
What gave you the idea for Tales as a whole?
Good question,
You know,
Charlamagne.
you've been talking about it for a long time.
I've had
though.
this idea. Listen, so back in, like, I stopped the music business and I really started my sabbatical like 2007, right? And I just was sitting and I was taking a lot of meetings in Hollywood. Like, I know like every chairman of studio, and I would go meet with them, and I would get in because I'm Irv Gotti, and they would want to meet with me, and they would be like, you're a really sharp guy, but they wasn't giving me the deal, right? So I was like, okay, they're getting me in these meetings because of the music, and they would always talk about my legendary music past, right? So I said, I need to do something that involves music because then they'll respect it. So when I go to them with an idea that's an animation, I got animations that y'all gonna see. That's crazy. They would be like, Irv is great, but they didn't know or believe in me that I can't trust God. And then like one executive, he said animations cost like 100, 200 million to make. Irv, I can't make that movie with you. I'll get fired if it doesn't work. That I bet 200 million on Irv Gotti. So, you know, I took all of that in and I had all of these big ideas, but they wasn't letting me do them. So involving the music, I felt I would have a better chance. And Stephen Hill at BET, when I pitched it, I didn't have no deck. I didn't have no thing. I just went and told him the idea and he bought it.
Wow, that don't happen.
So you didn't have to shoot a pilot?
That don't happen.
I didn't shoot a
nothing.
pilot or nothing. I went, me and my production man, Ron Robinson, went and met with Stephen Hill, and I basically said, yo, I want to do something involving music and great classic songs. We license the songs, and then we'll create a storyline of that song and make 1 hour to 2 hour episodes. And honestly, when I did that, he gave me a backdoor pilot, which is, for y'all that don't know, just one episode. And he said, we'll shoot one episode. If it does well, you know, well, I'll order more episodes. I said, cool. When I left the office, I felt accomplished, like, okay, he's messing with me, but I need more than one episode. So here's my brain going again. Jay-Z. I said, he got Tidal. So I went and met with Jay-Z in L.A. And I was like, yo, Jay, like, you know, could you do movies or TV on Tidal? I said, yeah. I said, yo, you should like compete with Netflix. Netflix is the juggernaut. And I said, I don't know no subscription streaming service that does music, movies, TV, the whole shit.
Right.
And I said, yo, and he immediately got the light bulb went over his head. He said, yeah. I said, yo, I got a show on BET. I'll give you the second window. So when it comes on June 27th, 30 days, July 27th, you get the raw, rated R, nudity, violence, you know, all of that. What I want the show to be after BET like chops it up. Because like for Fuck the Police, right? After I edited it, it was an hour 43. It was a movie. But for BET, it's got to be 80 minutes. So 23 minutes gets chopped. So I want the audience to at least have the opportunity to see what my vision or the director's vision of the episode is. So once he did that, right? So like Jay-Z does, Jay-Z's a deal closer, yo. Like this dude, you want to close a deal, walk in with Hov. You understand? Because everyone's just lights up and they get happy and excited that they doing something with Hov, and that one episode turned into 8. And that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. The one episode turned into an 8.
Now, with Stephen Hill leaving, does that, because, you know, you said you got to a label before and you know, Leo left. So how does it feel that
you know
Stephen's
what?
not there
It
no?
could have been shaky. It absolutely could have been shaky. And when I heard the news, when he called me and he told me before it was announced, he called me, but he said, Irv, you're in good hands. I said, because usually when you're at a network and some guy who gets fired buys your show's over.
Done.
Because the new regime don't want that. But the new regime was the interim president is Connie Orlando. Now Connie Orlando, I've known
Connie?
What up, Connie? I know Connie Orlando for like 25 years. She used to produce Hype Williams videos when he was Big Dog Films. So he was like, you're okay, Gotti. Connie is gonna be the interim, and she loves you. And me and Connie is like the best.
Good.
Is best. So I'm almost scared to say like it got better, because Steven was a great executive, but he was set to the ways of how television and things made. He was very systematic, and Irv, you can't do that. You're gonna have picketers in front of mine. You can't do this. You can't do that. And Connie came in, and she was more like, man, you could do that, all good. Because she's so fresh and she's hungry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She needs to blow up so she could keep that position and keep going. And that's what I want too. So I'm like, yo, it became, we in it together, baby. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? And it turned into a really awesome thing.
When did you and Jay get, I guess, back on good terms? Wasn't it a point where y'all had some friction a little bit?
Yeah. We had friction when me and Nas was flirting around, you know. And that's my fault, you know. I did Super Ugly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did Super Ugly, and then 2 months later, it was Nas, Murder Inc. Dance, you know me? And you know what I'm saying? And it was just a weird thing. I let my ambition get the best of me, of me wanting to control the world. You understand? And I didn't think of my man, who's my brother, like above and beyond anything. I know Jay since I was 17 years old, yo. I met Jay in like 87. We going on 30 years strong, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I should have never let that get in the way of my ambition. That's Jay. So, like, when we had our talk, he was like, God, are you crazy? You gonna try and take me out. You know what I'm saying? Your ambition's so crazy. And I never even, until he said it like that, because when I did it with Nas, I was like, I'm gonna be cool with Jay. I'm gonna do this shit with Nas. Nas ain't gonna mess with Jay, and Jay won't mess with Nas, and we just mash out. But I was stupid to think that because it was too fresh. Right. Which is crazy now because Jay and Nas is like the best of friends.
Now, right? Yeah.
You know what's interesting? That should make you maybe be more forgiving of people too, though, knowing that you've done things.
Ooh, you've done that a couple times now.
That
Think about it, though.
No, but I'm saying you've done things as well that you're like, okay, looking back, that was the wrong thing. So perhaps you might feel people made certain business decisions.
I'm gonna tell you this though. Because that's a great point, and you're absolutely right. 100% right. But the difference is, you see what I just did? I didn't say Jay was wrong. I didn't go tit for tat. I wear it.
You got accountability.
You understand?
For yourself.
I wear it. Yo, I fucked up. Yo, I shouldn't have did that. I was too ambitious, and I fucked up. So if other people was to be that, but other people ain't strong, they're weak.
Okay, so you need somebody to take accountability. And say,
I mean, it would be better. It would be better if someone fucked you over. Ain't it be better? You could forgive, but wouldn't it be better if you say, yo, I fucked up, yo.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Looks you in the eye and say I fucked up in the ill shit. Jay probably don't like me talking all this shit. You know, but it was an ill meeting.
It had to be recent too, right?
Nah. It was a while ago, and it was me. It was crazy. It was a crazy man because it was me and Jay in Central Park, right? And we both had 2 Maybachs, right? So it's 2 Maybachs fill up in Central Park. And I had my sons with me, and they was little at the time. They was probably like 8, 9, 6, 7, shit like that. And they was like our security. It was no security. It was me and Jay, Sonny and JJ walking in the park for like 3 hours. And it's so crazy because we was in such deep conversation. People was coming up to us and say, yo, I just want to say I acknowledge y'all, but I see y'all having a deep one, so you know your love. And they left us alone. And we sat there and walked and everything, and it cleared the air. It helped clear the air, and now, you know, we're back brothers again.
You've been in that situation a couple times, though, 'cause it was Jay and Nas, then it was John X, and you was trying to be in the middle of both.
X and J, early X and J, you understand? It's crazy. You know, X is just an interesting, unique individual who I love, you know what I'm saying, to death, you know what I'm saying? But X is X. To know X is to love X, and you just got to accept things. X really is not cool with anyone who rhymes. I'll be honest with you. He don't like anyone who has a mic. He views that microphone as, yo, that's my mic, and I'm the best, and I'll put a hole through you to show you that I'm the best. So he'll laugh and joke with you, but he can flip at any time.
Yeah.
You know, he said wild things. I heard him, and you asked him about things. I watched the interviews. He said, you know what I'm saying? He shitted on Drake, and then Drake reached out. He said, but he'll shit again. Yeah. He'll shit if he so chooses. If Drake rubs him the wrong way, may say a line or something. You know what I'm saying? When he was doing that Aaliyah thing, because X loves Aaliyah like serious. So anyway, if you say anything about Aaliyah, he ready to whip your ass. You know what I'm saying? And if you do anything with Aaliyah that's not 100%, he's at you, yo.
Now, what DMX songs are you doing on Tales?
Here's the DMX thing. I wanted to do Slippin'.
That would be a good one.
All right, I wanted to do Slippin', and X agreed to give me a biopic, like a biopic, and tell his life story. X agreed to narrate. But I had to punt because I'm not as powerful as I need to be at BET. So creatively, they was on another page, and they was talking some craziness. Yeah, we'll just take the story. We'll do some other things to make it good. And I'm like, what you say? So you gonna take my man's story and you gonna just alter it and make some made up shit with this? I said, we're not doing it. We're not doing it. Because I said, I'll be damned, because X will come up here with a bat and break this whole office up when y'all make him look not like Earl Simmons. You understand? So I said, I'll do it next season when they'll give me, after this is a success, and I could say, hey, I'm going to do Slippin', you know what I'm saying? But my way, y'all get out of here, because y'all don't, the people I was talking with, they didn't understand X. They didn't really understand hip-hop almost. You understand? They didn't understand it. So I'm saying I can't sit and have a conversation about DMX when you don't care about DMX.
So is Slippin' the DMX biopic? Or?
No, Slippin' was for Tales. I was going to do that song and make it the 2-hour finale and make it like his biopic. To which I'm telling the BET execs, why ain't we high-fiving? I got X to give us, which should be a movie.
That's a huge deal.
I'm like, why ain't y'all high-fiving me? But they didn't understand who X was. I'm like, X is like the most.
That's scary.
He's a revolutionary. He changed hip-hop. I'm like, this is X. And they didn't get it.
I think people don't remember how much of a superstar X was.
I do.
Star.
I do.
10 million a movie.
I remember when Dark and Hell is Hot came out, right? When Dark and Hell is Hot came out, no exaggeration, I start, because it got dropped May 19th. I rolled my windows out and I went to Queens, I went to Brooklyn, and I was just saying, I wanted to hear it. And I heard it. It got validated. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm riding through all of New York, and every car that would pass by, it was black people, white people, Spanish people, everyone. Doom, doom, 1, 2, 1, 2. They was playing the whole album, and it felt so good. And I never, like, Jay had that a little bit. With Reasonable Doubt, when we would go to certain towns, we would come in a parking lot, do a little parking lot pimping, and everyone was playing his album. But I'm like, they here to see him, so that's not, they in the Jay-Z vibe. This was different. This is just me riding down 6th Avenue, and from like 14th Street to 57th Street, you hear like 10 cars playing this album, and it blew me away. X was like, it was ridiculous. It was a takeover. It was a Rough Rider takeover. It was that when he hit, it was nothing like anything I've ever seen.
Now, what about the Murder Inc. biopic?
Murder Inc. is not going to be a biopic, ladies and gentlemen. You know why?
Why?
All right, because the one thing with Straight Outta Compton, which we all love, you guys love Straight Outta Compton. Right?
Absolutely.
Okay, Straight Outta Compton, it's hindsight's 2020, right? But if they would have known what they knew now, how big that movie is, they should have made 3 goddamn movies.
Yeah.
Like, you can't play Snoop Dogg's character for 5 minutes? You can't show a glimpse of Pac? Are you crazy?
Yeah.
Like, that could have been, they could have did it. This is me on my executive, but hindsight's 2020, and they did a fantastic job, and I love Straight Outta Compton. But they could have showed the Ruthless story. They could have showed, like, the Death Row story. And they could have showed Aftermath.
But I think they
still can, though. They still
but it's not the same, guys. It ain't gonna be the same. Yeah. Like when the Dog Pound, they say we doing the thing. It's not the same. And that one had Cube, Dre, and Cube is a monster in Hollywood. He knew what he was doing. F. Gary Gray. I'm just scared if they do that again, it's not gonna be the same. You know what I'm saying? They could still do it and get in the interest, and maybe they should. But I'm like, if they was thinking, they could have shot the whole 6-hour trilogy or whatever and did some Matrix shit and just like bang, bang, bang.
See, but with the New Edition thing was dope. Did you see
New Edition was dope too.
They gave it time, 3 days, 4 days.
That's 6 hours.
But with the commercials,
listen. So here, now getting to me. I love Straight Outta Compton and we need to support Tales. Because we need to support everything hip hop culture, because it enables more money to be made. So when Empire and Straight Outta Compton hit, executives in Hollywood was openly looking for the next shit.
Absolutely.
They was looking for stories. So Brad Gray, R.I.P. Brad Gray, he just passed away too. He was the chairman of Paramount, who was a good friend of mine. One of the guys I was saying that I had good friends with, but they wouldn't go with it. And he was like, let's do something. And I was like, yo, we could do my story. And he said, yo, a movie? And I'm like, it's too much. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, with my story, I was a part of Rockefeller. I was a part of Rough Riders.
Before that, you got to start from
DJ Irv, Mike Geronimo. Exactly. Mm-hmm. How I met Preem. I met Preem on the set of Cash Money Click, Get the Fortune. We filmed it on Guy Brewer. BJ, who's one of my best friends now, came up to me, hey, you want to meet Supreme? I said, Supreme? He said, yeah. And it was funny because I never met him. He was just a myth. Right. I thought this guy was going to be like a menacing, 6'5" or something like that. You meet him and he's like 5. He's like Kevin Hart, a little bit taller than Kevin Hart. You know what I'm saying? Got these green eyes. And he talked nice. You understand? It's like, hey, I want to make a movie. Because I was shooting a video. He said, you could do that? And I said, nah. I said, this is my first video. I said, Hype is the dude for that. And we just built a friendship. Mm-hmm. A lot of people with me and Preem is oh, he's extorting me. He's thinking, first of all, I can never get extorted, ladies and gentlemen. Kill me. You understand? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can never get extorted. Get out of here. But, everyone, there's a misconception on me and his relationship, which truly developed a relationship just how any of y'all developed a relationship with any one of y'all best friends. Mm-hmm. We met. We started kicking it. Cool. He's cool. And it just grew from there. The guy knew my whole family. He knew my Nene and Poppy. He knew my mom and dad. He knew all my brothers and sisters. He was on the line at my wedding. You know what I'm saying? My whole family knew this guy, and it was just, thing. Now, people say what they want to say because, yes, he's a gangster, 100%. But, hey, when you grow up in the hood, you're going to have gangster friends. Mm-hmm. So, I'll be trying to tell everybody, I was like, yo, who you want me to be friends with? You want me to get on the bus and leave? You know what I'm saying? Like, who would you like me to be friends with? Everyone, back in the 80s when we grew up, we was a teenager in the crack epidemic. Mm-hmm. Literally every one of my friends sold drugs. The good ones, the bad ones. Like, this is a good guy. He's on the pack. He got cracks and a gun. And that's what everyone did. Mm-hmm. And I was DJ Irv. So my clientele was everyone who sold drugs.
And they were booking you to do parties, I'm sure.
They was feeding me. Yeah. So some of them I got relationships with. Some of them became really close to me. My man Nichols, he's HNY. Mm-hmm. He's HNY. Nichols, I know Nichols for since I was 13 years old. Like, what you want me to do? And now I'm successful, leave him? But that's what the trial and that's what society said. That was a clear-cut message that if you're from the hood and if you make it out, leave them niggas in the hood. Don't take them with you. Leave them.
And that's why the hood never gets better, because the people who leave don't go back to do anything for it. So you actually tried to...
I tried to do something and they tried to put me away for life.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a deep thing when you really look at the trial and everything and what they think of black people from the hood. If you successful and you were smart enough to get out, cool. Fuck everybody else that's in there and stay on your own. Get some good white lawyers and get some good white people around you. You know what I'm saying? And you'll make more money that way too, by the way, and everything. And I really wasn't like that. I was trying to bring niggas with me.
Speaking of white people, the first episode of Tales,
white people.
You're reversing the power structure.
I thought it was an interesting thing. Listen, I'm not Spike Lee. I'm throwing the disclaimer. I am not Spike Lee. I'm not like Malcolm X or anything. I am a lover of people. I love everybody. If you see me and everything like that, like even with Kanye and Taylor Swift, I didn't like Kanye. That for that little time, I thought Kanye, why you bullying Tay-Tay, nigga? Right. Like, nigga, you ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? If you a bully, be a bully all day, and I'll respect it. I'm like, that's just him. He bully everybody. You know what I'm saying? He's an idiot like that. But, nigga, you ain't like that. I ain't like the whole phone thing. Like, what you think Taylor Swift gonna say when Kanye's on the thing? Yo, I had mentioned your name, and, I said your name. I said, what was the line? I need to fuck you. Or
I feel like Taylor
owes me sex. What do you think Taylor Swift is gonna say? She's not gangster. What you think? What, nigga? When I see you, nigga, don't mention my name, nigga. When I see you, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you, nigga. You understand? Like, what the fuck you think Taylor Swift is gonna say? Right. She's gonna be like scared to death. Okay, Kanye, great. I got your flowers and everything. And you recorded her just for her knowing what she was gonna do. And you know what I'm saying, to try and hurt this chick, yo. And when you see Taylor, I like Taylor Swift. I listen to her music, you know what I'm saying? I listen to her music, the whole shit, you understand? Every award show, she's vibing with hip-hop. You ever see her at an award show? Every hip-hop thing, they flash at Taylor. She's word for word. Why are you gonna shit on her? She helping the cause, nigga. Because all of her fans, when they see Tay-Tay knowing every word, they're like, what is that song Tay-Tay got? You understand? She 100 million strong. You know what I'm saying? Tay-Tay is like Beyonce. Well, no one's like Beyonce. The Hive is there's nothing like the Hive. Right.
We appreciate the story.
Okay, so then let me
get
get
back.
Right, first episode. Thank you, Charlamagne. Thank you. I had to mention that because I want people to know that I am colorless in my thing. Like, look, I'm wearing a shirt today, black, white, human. You know what I'm saying? I did it on purpose because I was coming on here, and I'll be wearing it at the screening. So when the whole concept of Tales is taking songs and being creative and making a story that pertains to the song. So everyone knows Fuck the Police is a story about police brutality, corruption. What we've experienced in the last, 5, 6, 7 years here in America is mind-blowing with the rate of how many white officers is killing black kids. Okay, so doing that, how many times have we seen white cops killing black kids in TV and film? We see it all the time. All of the time. There's nothing exciting there. There's nothing new there. We see it in real life. Just turn on the news. You were going to see it. So what I wanted to do was spark something and get a conversation going. There's a couple things that inspired me. This movie, A Time to Kill. If anyone who's familiar with the movie, Samuel Jackson is on trial because he killed 2 guys who raped his daughter. Matthew McConaughey plays his lawyer. At the end of the movie, Matthew McConaughey is doing his closing arguments. He tells the jury members to close their eyes. He depicts a little girl, 11, 12 years old, coming home from school, and she is brutally raped and beaten nearly to death. And after he depicts this whole scene of this 12-year-old girl, he says, imagine she's white. So when he says, imagine she's white, it flashes to George, and they like shocked, like they couldn't believe it if it was a white girl, but this is what happened to this black girl. And they found him not guilty. So I basically used that premise of that scene and flipped it for Fuck the Police. And basically, it's black cops killing white kids. And I did it in a way where everything that black people go through, I'm having white people go through.
So it's poor and disenfranchised white people, basically.
The white people are in the hood. The white people are struggling and striving. The white people have gangs and things like that. So everything that you see with black people, I'm gonna, in this fictional tale, because it's not real. We know it's not real. Little Johnny don't get killed. You understand? And if little Johnny got killed by a black officer, I'm pretty sure that black officer probably would go to jail. You understand? It wouldn't be how things. So I did this. Again, I'm not Spike Lee. I'm not Malcolm X. I'm just a good guy, everybody. I'm just a good person. You understand? But I'm a good person who sees things, and I'm a good person who wants everyone to see things from maybe our perspective. So not where we're telling people, it's also the thing, how would you like it if that was done to you, right? It's based off of that when people say that. Gotcha. So I'm not telling them, I'm showing them. In this 2-hour premiere, I'm showing you. And it was crazy because I casted all white characters, and we was at the table read, they was crying. Like the women was crying at the end, and they were like, yo, this is so touching. And I was laughing and smiling like the crazy fucking person I am. And I'm like, look, that's great. That's great. And I said, why are you crying? She says, it's just so wrong. It's just so messed up. And then I flipped it, and I said, well, that's how black people live sometimes when shit like this happens.
All the time.
Exactly. So I'm like, yo, if you feel like that and it moved you to the emotion of crying and seeing how fucked up this is, next time Tamir Rice gets gunned down, this 12-year-old boy who's in the park playing with a gun, and they basically pull a drive-by on him and just kill him, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we should say something, the cool people of the world. Right. So this piece is really for the cool people, because if you're a racist, you don't like me anyway, and ain't no talking to
You're
you.
not watching BET.
Yeah, ain't no talk. No, they may watch it just to see, because what's this nigga doing with this killing little Johnny? You understand? Like,
what you said is real though, because I always say white people got to use their privilege to combat prejudice.
yeah, it's a funny thing because I have like brother-in-laws who's white. So my sister Dana, she's in town now for the screening. What up, Dana? Her husband is Sam, and he's a cool white dude, but he's a white dude, right? So I showed Sam the script and everything, and I was super curious on what he was gonna think about it, right? And he said, Irv, you sure people are gonna believe this? This is not deep into into the logic of this. He reads the script. He says, you sure people this may come across gimmicky? And I said, why do you say that, Sam? He says, because this would never happen.
That's the point.
That's the point, though.
No, but you understand the logic?
Yeah.
And that was his real shit. And he was like, this would never
This doesn't
happen.
happen now.
Yeah,
It's Twilight
white people
Zone
don't get killed and nothing happens. And I said, Sam, I love you, right? And I said, that's the best fucking answer that you could have ever said. Then I shifted gears. And I said, Sam, let me ask you a question. I said, if you was in a car and you was speeding and the cops pulled you over, tell me the first thing in your mind. He said, fuck, I'm going to get a ticket. You understand?
Right.
And how can I talk to this guy to maybe not get a ticket?
Right.
I said, great answer, Sam. Another phenomenal answer. I said, here's what I think. Turn the car off, put the dome light on, put
Windows
two hands
down.
on the thing, put the windows down, turn off the music. Hello, officer. And if he asks you to go into the glove compartment, I'm going into the glove compartment because that's where my registration is that you would like to see. And I'll say it to him 3 times to the point the cop gets what I'm doing and be like, come on, I get it. Just get the damn registration.
And turn
okay.
on that Facebook Live.
But
too,
I said, yo, see the difference? I said, when a black person gets pulled over, we're thinking, it's in our head, yo.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's in our head.
Not only in our head, that's what we teach our kids.
We're telling the kids, hey, hands on steering wheel,
Yep.
be respectful, be thing. I don't want you to get shot.
That's right. Make it home.
Make it home.
Just make it home.
They're not thinking that. You know, white people, if they're not really speeding, they gonna beat. Give me your fucking badge number. I'm gonna have your job. How dare you? You work for me. You know that?
Envy might do that though.
I've done that
Envy
several
might-
times.
Every
definitely
cop is
would
a
do
DA,
that.
though. That's different.
My cop's not a DA, but
Yeah,
Something. What are your cop?
Pop's
Your father.
retired. He was retired. He used to work
Oh, you got the shield and
No,
everything.
he used to work at Internal Affairs.
Okay.
So sometimes,
Oh, they don't like him.
no.
Envy would be like, they pulled me over for running a red light. You're supposed to go. When I was like, what?
No, but sometimes I drive a nice car and pull you over immediately. And it got to the point where I'm just tired of this shit. Like,
You do get
motherfuckers.
frustrated. You do get
Yes.
frustrated. Listen, I got a nice car like you, and in Jersey on 17 North, it's 2:00 in the morning, right? And they pull me over. It's raining. They took me out the car. They called the other guys. I got 6 guys with shotguns standing around me, and they're searching my car. I know it's illegal, but there's nothing in it. So I say, go ahead, but that's illegal. You shouldn't be searching my car. And they was laughing and joking about how, oh, this is a nice car. And I'm like, yo, I had just bought it, you know. And then they in there, it's raining. You know, you got the lamb's fur. The lamb's fur mats.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, dog, stop. This the lamb's fur, yo. It's lamb's fur. You understand? It's for the chick's toes.
You
know
niggas
what I'm
shouldn't
saying?
have lamb fur.
You understand? But, you know, this happens all the time to us. And
It
you
does.
know, it's crazy because when you say it to a white person, they almost don't believe you.
Right.
Yeah.
They're like, knock it off. I'm like, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So with this episode, I'm really hoping that it sheds the light, and I'm really hoping that it just causes some kind of change. And I think it will, because the cool people of the world, the cool white, black, Spanish, whatever, you know, and it's really funny because the world is a big place and we always focus on black and white. What about Asian, Indian? You know what I'm saying? We always talk black and white, but this is for everybody. I use white because, of course, it's the natural thing to do, but it's for everyone to look at. Right is right, wrong is wrong. Like when they killed Alton Sterling, you know, the Alton Sterling death, what really puzzled me is that guy screamed before he shot him in his chest. You know that? When you look at that video, he went, ah, dush. Like, what the fuck are you yelling for? Scream. You ain't Rambo, nigga. Did you wake up, told my, they drew first blood, and I'm killing a nigga today. You understand? It's like, why did he scream and shoot him? And then my question is, why y'all always got to go to the chest? How about shooting a nigga in the leg? I ain't never met a person, if he gets shot in his foot, he bet, yo, stop shooting me. He's going to say, chill, stop shooting me. Why y'all got to go with the kill shots?
You said that's how they're trained.
But that's
though.
what they're trained. They're trained to kill. But you're right. The training should be changed. Like
because even when you're at the range, they give you the chest and the head.
Yeah, they're trained to kill. But in
I don't get
a lot
it.
of situations, somebody is not a violent person. They don't have another gun. They might have a bat. You shoot him in his leg.
You know,
Shoot him in his arm.
you know what the funny thing is here too. My guy in Atlanta, he does all the Atlanta colleges, so he wants me to play it for Atlanta. And I said, yeah, I want to do that. But then he also said he does like things with police. I said, I want to screen it for police. Yeah. I said, please. He said, Irv, you sure? I said, hell yeah, I want to screen it for police. Because if you're a cop and you're listening right now, you guys have to understand things. Y'all are moving like a gang. So when you see the Alton Sterling and this cop kill his kid or whatever, the Tamir Rice, and they killed this 12. You never hear a cop say, yo, that cop was fucked up.
Yeah, right. But they'll tell us there's good cops. Well, where they at?
That's what they say. It's good. There's good cop. And I understand that and I feel that, but I said, you ain't really a good cop if you're silent. Really, y'all moving like the Bloods and Crips. Y'all moving like a gang.
No snitching.
Yeah, y'all have rules and regulations like a gang. And it's just like, that's why we ain't trusting or believing in you. You understand? More good cops need to step up when bullshit happens, and they need to say it before anyone else. That was wrong, and he needs to be punished. And until you do that, everyone is always we don't know who the good and bad ones are.
Right. Do y'all show that in Tales? You show that?
We have like a cop, and there's a portrayal of a cop who's about the cop. So we touched on every little thing of the nuances with it. It's my first directorial debut, and like I'm telling you, yo, I'm really happy with it.
Do you think TV and film is the best way to get messages across now, or even over music?
Music is, I think, is of equal value because this is gonna get a really strong message across. Music definitely is definitely a message giver. Look, even now, look, fuck the police. I'm using it because it's the message that it delivered worked perfectly. So, you know, music is always a huge message deliverer, but movies and all forms of entertainment, it is definitely vehicles that we could deliver strong messages.
Now, do you believe in astrology and all that good stuff because you are a Cancer? Tales comes out a day before your birthday, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Do you feel that energy? It's in the middle of Cancer season.
You know, my mother always tells me the horoscope, and she's good things is about to happen. I'm like, Mom, I don't want to hear this shit.
That's for every Cancer.
Listen, but I'm going to give you my astrology story. And this is a crazy story, and 100% of it is true. I believe 2003, January 3rd is when I got raided. Right? December 2007, my ex-wife, Deb, always threw a Christmas party. And I would fund the Christmas party. This is around where money was raining from the sky. Right. Life was good. This is before 50. This is before the feds. Anything. Life is wonderful. At her party, she would have a caricature, she would have a jazz band, and she had this little white lady, like 70-something years old, and she was like, tell you your life.
Psychic.
I never had a psychic reading before. So now I go to this, and everyone's like, oh my God, she's so good. She said everything. Irv, you got to go. I'm like, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, yo, if you see death, tell me. You understand? If you say, oh shit, you're gonna die, and I'm like, so I don't really believe it.
Right.
I think so. They made me sit down with her. I tell her I made a promise. I said, yo, I'm only doing this. Keep it real. I said, I'm an ill motherfucker. If you see death, I'll evade it, but I want to know. Whatever you see, I want to know. And she looked at me, and she looked spooky as fuck. And she said, okay, if you want to know everything, I'll tell you everything. She said, what's your date of birth? She had a computer. She put my date of birth in there. She sat at that computer for 2 minutes. She said, are you ready? I said, yes. Immediately what got me is she said, you're a leader of men. You're very successful. She named all the things that was happening now. And she don't know Irv Gotti. She didn't know who I was. And she was basically portraying my life, that I'm a successful person. People follow you. You're a leader of men, all these things. Then she said, you know, your son is having problems with you leaving home. When she said that, I was like, holy shit, because that is at a point, if y'all seen Gotti's Way, every time I left the house when me and Deb separated, Sonny would cry. Right. And he didn't understand. He was young, and he would cry. So I would always, after that, I would just stay there until he went to sleep, and then I would leave. But the fact that she said that, I'm like, first of all, she doesn't know I have a son. And she says, your son is having problems when you leave. It blew me away, and it made me zone in. Now, after that, she said, you ready for the bad stuff? Now, let me paint the picture. It's 2002. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, Pain is Love.
Yeah.
J-Lo records. It's fucking crazy.
Nothing's bad.
It's fucking crazy, right? Making a ton of money a year, like ton. She says, are you ready for the bad? I said, yeah. She says, you're about to go through hell. And I said, what are you talking about? Expand. She says, everything that you know to be real is not going to be real. And she said, there's nothing that you could do about it. She said, if you try and say and defend yourself, it's going to fall on deaf ears. No one is going to listen to you. No one is going to believe in you. She said, 30 years ago, the sun crossed the moon. She said some astrology shit, and she said something devastating happened in your life, but you was too young to remember. It's about to happen. And I'm like, wow, I'm on top of the world. And she was like, I could only describe it as hell. You're going to go through what I could only describe as hell. But then she touched on that, and she was like, don't say anything. She made me promise. She said, yo, just be quiet and take it. And said, you know it's not real, but there's nothing you could do. Just sit and take it. This is the advice she gave me. And after that, she said, don't worry, though. You're going to pull through. And then she said, what I see for you, she says, is insane. She said, forget money. She says, money isn't, she said, you're going to make so much money, money's not going to be a thought. Like, you're not going to think about money. That's how much money you're going to make. But she says, what I see is something deeper. She told me I was going to change the world. She said, you're going to change the world, and you're going to change how people think and how people feel. And I just looked at her, and she said, you know, I want to shake your hand. She was like, you're going to be something really brilliant and special. And when she said that, I ran the fuck out of it. Right? Because first she said, you're going to go through hell, chill. But then after you come through out of it, she said, you're going to get new partners and you're going to change the world. And money, she says, anything that you have in your head is going to work. And she just gave me all of this stuff. This was around December 17th. It was like a week before Christmas. January 3rd, so 2 weeks later.
My birthday.
Wow. January 3rd, 2003, I'm sitting in the bed with somebody. Phone starts ringing at 6 a.m. Phone starts ringing at 6 a.m. Yo, the feds is at my crib, my brother. My feds is at my crib. I don't know what's going on. What? Phone, someone's on it. It's Deb. Deb. Yo, the feds is at the house, yo. They surrounded the house. They're raiding the house. What? My lawyer, Ron Sweeney. Yo, the feds is at the office. They're raiding the office. They're going in and taking all your files. What do you got in there? I said, shit, man, there's guns and weed in that motherfucker. Which they confiscated, right? So I'm like, shit, man. Boom. My accountant. Yo, the feds is at my house. She's crying. She's a white lady. She's crying. Like, what is going on? What's happening? My world turns upside down.
Sheesh. Then
the reemergence of 50 Cent. So if the feds wasn't bad enough, I had to deal with dun 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 dun. Like the hottest rapper in the world is saying "fuck me," going on a world tour that says "fuck Irv Gotti, Ja Rule, and everyone that's about him." I come up to radio. Remember what she said? No one's gonna believe you.
Yes, I remember that. I was thinking.
Real paperwork. I'm like, this is gonna kill this guy. He's calling me a pussy, and he has an order of protection against me and everyone, and press charges. You know, we gave him like $250,000. He sued us, took us to court, sued us. So boom, this is gonna kill him. Niggas seen that shit. Nah, y'all made this shit up. It's a publicity. Fell on deaf ears.
I remember when you said it. You said it like you had the big joker. I remember you was like, "That's Curtis Jackson."
Come on,
order of protection. Hold on. That's 50 Cent, y'all. And you like dropped the mic.
Hold on. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it for 1 second. Shouldn't that have been in the real world the death blow? The guy who's proclaiming to be the roughest, toughest Don Dada bully Nigga, you got beat up and poked up, and you ran to the precinct and pressed charges on us. And the really death blow, you took out an order of protection. That's like shit your baby mother does and shit like that. That's women shit. And you're saying I smell pussy? It's you, nigga. You understand? It ain't us. You smelling yourself, nigga. You understand? So it's like when I really sat and I think, I swear to God, I thought of her. And I looked at Rule and I said, strap in, nigga, we on ready for a rough ride, nigga. Because they ain't hearing us. It doesn't matter what we say. They not hearing us. We just got to sit and weather the fucking storm while this nigga is smacking us and spitting in our faces. We have to go like this. Thank you, man, have another.
That's why
Thank you, man, have another.
Is that why it took so long for Blood in My Eye to come out? Like,
well, Rule wanted Blood in My Eye. Rule was he was rambunctious. Mm-hmm. Let's get him. And I was like, they not listening. It doesn't even fucking matter. Clapback to me was one when I was like, God damn, Storch blessed us. That song was one of the, to me, in my opinion, for in the midst of a battle, like that was a hit record in the midst of a battle. And it did okay, but it should have did way bigger for who Ja was.
It's bigger now than it was back then.
Now they appreciate it. You understand?
It
and
was
they
the video,
shit.
though. It was Ja with the war paint and the push-ups.
That was dope, though, to me. That was Fight Club, my nigga. And then the thing when he jumped out to the crowd like he's gonna, that shit was dope, nigga. I loved it.
Have you ever been in the 50? Because I know Ja did on the flight. Have you seen him? Have you ever been in the same spot?
we think. You ain't never gonna speak. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never gonna speak.
Two cancers that.
But it's all good. Like how I feel is like he's in his world. He's doing his thing. I'm doing my thing. Or maybe in his word, I'm not doing my thing. I don't really give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Do you? I'm doing me, and we could coexist in the world. I don't want to hurt him. If he wants to hurt me, it's all good. We could dance, nigga. It's like ain't nothing over here. Ain't nothing about me from the day one. From day one with that whole thing. If you look at our history and the thing, there ain't nothing about Murder Inc. that's ever fake. You know what I'm saying? And people like to think, because people fooled easily, like he's the roughest, toughest Don Dada. He could be, but we don't care. You know what I'm saying? Who cares? You understand? You want to dance, we can dance, we do whatever at any level. You understand? So it's like, I always think back of my little psychic, yo.
You never felt like going to see her again?
You know what? I don't, because it's so scary. It's so scary. And then, you know, when you do that, Angela, you waiting on these things to happen, because she's so, after she did that, I was like, where's my new partners coming? Where's my new partners? When am I going to change the world? You can't do that. You just got to live your life. But it just so happens that what I wanted to do with Tales, now here's the scary thing, yo. It's sometimes my world is scary, because here it is, I made Tales and I'm releasing a project the first project that my intent is to change how people think and feel. And I didn't do that thinking of her. I just did that because that's what I wanted to do. And that was my creativity led me to. So it's like, it's very scary. So I don't want to see her again.
Right. I don't want to see her again. No, we noticed too that you had a new girlfriend.
No new girlfriend. Nah, she's
guys
gone.
broke up?
Yeah, he's gone. You know what?
Because you
talking about Ashley?
You were happy. You look like you were very happy.
I was so happy. I was so happy. But here's the thing with Ashley. I love Ashley. Ashley still loves me. I love her. And that year we was together was priceless. It was great. But when I started working, it's like, if I was up here, what you looking at Angela for? Like, she is like that. You understand? And I'm like, I have to be around actresses. I'm trying to do something great. You gotta stand by my side, but let me do what I gotta do.
But how old is she?
There's the problem.
Every
Every
woman.
How old is she?
Every woman. Hey, go ahead. How old is she? She was 21. Right. So all of my like Darcel Lawrence, who's outside, she said, "You need an older woman." You know, I'm like, yo, I like who I like, yo. So I don't know who's gonna come into my life. I've only had like 4 or 5 girlfriends. You know what I'm saying? And like, I love Ashley. Still to this day, love her. You know, she still got love for me. And it was the one relationship that we broke up, not because of cheating, not because of anything like that. We broke up because I'm like, don't make me choose between you and Tales.
Didn't you put her in Tales, though?
Yes. Wanted to put her in more episodes. She was in the very first episode, Story to Tell. She plays her role. She acts, got lines, and she's a part of it. But she was wilding out. Who's this? It's an extra. I don't even know this chick. You understand? I don't know no fucking Kiana. You know what I'm saying? And it's like this. I'm like a bossy dude, and I was a scumbag before with chicks. So you can't take a bossy scumbag who's doing and treating you right and doing nothing, and you're questioning him every day. I'm gonna flip. I'm like, I'm being great to you. Shut the fuck up and ride. But who called you? And listen, it was for Tales. She's gonna be an actress in Tales. Why are you talking to her? Cause I gotta fucking talk to her. What are you talking about?
Boy, you're a family guy. You love family. Does that open the door to go back home to Deb?
Me and Deb is better like this way. You know what I'm saying? I would never go back to Deb if I wasn't 100% because I would never hurt her again.
All right.
So, you know what I'm saying? Here's the thing with Deb. I would have never left Deb if she didn't kick me out. In my, listen, in my
If she would have just put up with
yeah, this is so selfish. This is a selfish comment, ladies, and I totally get it. But I believed in my demented mind, Deb's wifey, I have kids with her, a family with her. She's around my family. That's her. And then I'm going to fuck a lot of bitches.
That's not demented.
That doesn't work.
That's pretty much life. That's how we all feel.
But it doesn't work like that.
It
doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
So, but here, why it worked with Ashley, because I'm 46. So I'm actually, ladies, I'm a great catch right now. And let me explain. Let me explain in my demented mind. I am a phenomenal catch. I'm successful. I got bread. I got homes in multiple cities. That's big homes, 7-figure homes. Great catch. And here it is. Now I could be faithful.
You don't have time to.
It's not that on time. Watch this. It's not that I'm all fucked out.
That's what I always say. Laziness breeds monogamy.
I am all fucked out.
Ladies,
there comes a time in every man's life where it's like, yo, I've had multiple. I've done everything. It's like, yo, you give me one chick who satisfies me and I'm having fun with her. That's really all I need, man. So I'm ready to ride out.
When did you get to that point?
Honestly,
Trying to get a guy from Whole
like
Bunches.
42, 43.
Okay.
Like even 35, no. 35, no, I was fucking. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't ready. Wasn't ready. But now I am so ready. You know, I'm so ready. I'm going to be 47 June 26. And it's like, yo, I want someone to ride out with. And they won't have nothing to worry about. Nothing. You got, as long as they bad and I'm physically attracted, I want to fuck her. You understand? Like, as long as it's that and they're cool, yo, you ain't got nothing to worry about. We could, and you know, people say because I treated Ashley so good, right? And people say, Gotti be tricking, like just Gotti be tricking. Bitch, shut up. You understand? First of all, I'm rich, and second of all, if I'm going somewhere, right? So you got this chick. Say I got a diamond in the rough from the hood. If I'm going to see J&B or going to the nigga, I got to buy her some shit.
You got to do it like Blair Underwood did. Jada and set it off.
I got to buy her some shit. Yeah. She can't go with the dusty shit, nigga. We got to go get the shit.
Now, Irv, saying all that, and you saying now that you're ready to settle down, what kind of woman would you want to settle down with?
It could be anybody, just someone cool and gets me and bad as a motherfucker. Because if you're not bad, the reason why you got to be bad is because if I see someone else that's like badder than you, I'm gonna want to fuck. I could possibly want to fuck.
I thought you said you was over that.
Yeah.
You're always gonna see somebody.
It has stipulations, Angela. I'm over it, but it has to be. It has to be like this. It's like if I got regular potatoes and I see the baddest chick in the universe and she's giving me the eye or whatever. Yeah.
Well, this sounds very superficial now.
It could be. I'm a superficial nigga. Yes. I'm sorry. But hey, everyone has to be true to themselves. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying, I'm being true to myself. So if you don't like it, I can't help it. It's what's best for me. You know what I'm saying? If I got some cool, ugly chick, you understand? It's gonna, I'm gonna close my eyes and fuck you, right? You know what I'm saying? But hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's cool and we talk and everything, but
make a roll of blunts.
Yeah, but sex is a big part of a relationship.
Absolutely.
It's a huge part of a relationship. And like, I want that. So that has to be there.
Having sex with a 21-year-old, was she a lot more active and you were like, all right, that's enough?
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
100%.
Yes, they are. Okay.
100%.
I'm done. I'm tired.
I had to go like 20 minutes ago, by the way.
Hey, man.
Let's go. Let's go, yo. Let's go.
Every time I come, we break a record.
Yeah, it's good shit. I feel comfortable. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know a lot of things, too. It's this guy, too, because he fucks with me, right? Y'all two are cool. But when people come up here that probably ready to get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Because they scared what this nigga gonna fucking say.
Right.
But with me, I'm so comfortable, and I'm like, I really like Charlamagne. You know what I'm saying? So with me liking him, he could ask me anything. You know what I'm saying? And I don't feel it's coming from a negative place.
Right.
It's just he's doing his job, asking the shit and making a great interview. Where other guys, they like, fuck them, I'm gonna beat this nigga up. If I could just beat this nigga up one time, I'm gonna wait for him outside the thing. This nigga ain't got beat up yet. You understand? You guys, they tried.
They tried to jump me.
They tried to jump me. But yeah, he's so cool about it. He knows what it is. He maneuvers correctly or whatever like that. But that's why I like coming up here. Like I really do. I enjoy my time. Y'all ask me dope questions, and y'all let me get what I need to get off. Look, Charlamagne checked me. He said, "Yeah, that's good, but get back to Tails." Yeah, we understand. You like Tay-Tay, but Tails. You understand?
We're excited about Tails, man. We look forward to seeing it. And you got some new artists. You got me some new music.
Yes,
so
got you some new music
this morning.
Play some new Murder Inc. songs.
And I just always say Irv is necessary. I tell everybody that, and it seems that you're re-energized.
Yeah.
And I think I always say the industry needs Irv Gotti.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You know what? A lot of people say when I be over at Diddy's house, like it's always cool. And everyone's like, yo, the game needs you, man. Needs your energy. And I'll be like, all right. You understand? But it's like, I see how I am with them. And everything happens for a reason. Like, I can't just be energized if I don't get inspired.
Right.
Like, these artists here have inspired me where I'm running to the studio, shooting them records. And it's a weird thing because like 18, 20, 23, this is young hip hop mixed with this brain. So it's weird. And it's like, but it's ill because I respect, like I'm not in the studio bullying them. I'm like, yo, so how do you do that? So you auto-tune it like that? And that's how that's set. And I'm learning from them. And then I'm feeding them my shit on big records. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, we got to make big records, and they got to feel good and thing. So I'm giving them shit, and they giving me shit. And it's a great combination. Y'all gonna hear a lot of dope shit. Those are the two feelings and thing. Because I'm putting out an album, Irv Gotti Presents, music inspired by Tails. So I'm using Tails as a vehicle to put out music and everything like that. And it's dope.
I was looking for that record. I was looking for that. If you don't give a fuck, then I don't give a. I was looking for that on Tidal and Apple. It's not there.
Yeah, that's the Murderers album. That's why.
It was hard to find clean. I got it clean though.
Yeah, that was an ill record. Super
I
energy.
like 2 weeks ago.
With the Rocky shit.
And just to put this out there, you know, Irv bought my first beat that I ever produced.
He always says that. That's dope.
Irv bought my first beat I ever produced. Huh?
Which was? Ain't No Sunshine.
No.
You produced
No,
beats?
it was
I
for
never knew
X.
that.
It was for X.
Well, that's dope. That means Irv been doing charity work for a long time.
Yeah, that shit was hard.
So that means you're going to play it this morning?
Yeah, play it. Yeah, play it.
Murder Inc. mix this morning. So let's go Murder Inc. joints, and we're going to get some new joints on, and we appreciate you for joining us.
I appreciate y'all, man. I really do. Thanks for supporting me, man. And yo, Tails is something else. Y'all I want y'all to watch it. And then, you know what I'm saying? Y'all watch it and say what you feel. You know what I'm saying? And say what you feel. I'm curious to see, but I'm for sure I got something.
June 26th, what time?
Well, it should be 8 p.m. It might be 9 p.m. June
27th.
27th. It should be 8 p.m. It may be 9 p.m. BET's figuring it out. What is the BET rep? 9? 8 p.m.
8 p.m.
Okay.
It may change to 9, trust me. Just June 27th, turn on BET. I'm going to be on the BET Awards. They're going to let me show the trailer of Tails. So by then, we should have the right time, and it'll be thing. But June 27th. And I'm telling you, everyone in the hip-hop culture, all of y'all, please watch. I'm telling you, y'all going to love it.
All right. Well, it's
Y'all
The
gonna
Breakfast
love
Club. It's Irv Gotti.
The Breakfast Club. Every weekday morning. Tune in